Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how to replace your screen for the Acer Nitro 5. It is one of the most simplest repairs I've done, and it requires merely 4 to 6 screws. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to turn it on and show you what's wrong with the screen. You will see very soon that it may turn on. And as you can see, the screen is barely functional. Okay, so the first step, of course, every time we're going to go ahead and move on, is to make sure your computer is completely turned off. And I mean, you need to shut it off. You don't need to remove the battery. You won't be accessing too much risky components to cause a short. So don't worry about removing the battery or disconnecting anything unless you want to take that precaution. I personally do not consider it necessary, as it's a very quick fix and it really won't affect too much. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off, and it's a little hard because I can't see the screen, but we're going to shut it down, as you can see here. Now the screen frame is the first thing we need to take off, the bezel right here, and there are no screws that hold it in, so it's a pretty easy process. I've got the replacement screen right here, and we're going to go ahead and throw it in. So I'm going to scoot the laptop back so you guys can see it. I'm going to put the screen back there. I'm going to put down the screen right here. And you can see the edges. There are no screws at all. There's no hidden screws, nothing like that. Don't need to break any stickers. It's a very easy fix. And this computer, despite its low quality, is quite easy to fix and take apart in general. So the first thing you want to do is you want to feel around the edges with your fingernail, and you'll find that usually there's an area that's a little wider, and you'll notice here that it has split a little after I run my fingernail through it, and it's very easily removable. Don't apply too much pressure, but just ride your finger along the edge. Be careful around the camera. It's a little stiffer there, and you can use your thumb to pry underneath here, or you can use a screwdriver. Yeah, once again, be careful around the camera. I'm not going to use a flat head just yet. I think I can get a lot of it before I need to. And you can start on the other side too, which I'm going to do right here. We're going to go ahead and just pry along the top. Now around the webcam, it is going to be a little bit finicky, so I'm going to go ahead and grab a flathead screwdriver, and we're just going to run it along. Oh, look at that. We're going to run it along here, and just run it like you're swiping a credit card. I'm going to keep going down this way, and this part you want to be a little careful, as it can crack, but nothing too tough. And we have the frame completely off. All right, so go ahead and set that aside. You'll need it later, obviously. And now we have access to the screen. The screen is held in by just 4 screws. You don't need to remove anything but these 4 screws, and I'm going to do that in front right now. I'm going to remove a top screw right here, this black one. Keep that in a safe spot. We're going to remove this one right here. It's on the other side. So after you've removed all the screws for a screen, it should come off just like that. Be gentle and lay it down as if you were closing your laptop. Now here comes a very interesting part, and normally there would be some tape right here, like you see right here. And you're going to want to carefully peel that off, like that, there, to expose the cable underneath. And you want to be very careful with this cable. This cable comes off as one piece. You can tug very lightly on the black tabs where my fingers are, and that should disconnect the screen. Now you can see here's the screen completely detached from the laptop. And now we're gonna put in our replacement. So here's our replacement screen. I bought this one from laptopscreens.com, and it looks like a perfect fit, and the cables are the same, so that is good. Now we're gonna go ahead and reverse the process here. All you gotta do is plug in the cable very gently. Make sure you line up the pins. It should fit in very easily if you've done it right, just like that. There we go, and you can go ahead and just give it a little firm press to keep the tape there. Obviously, it's not gonna stick as well, and we're just gonna go ahead and put it right back up. At this point, it would be best to not actually assemble your laptop. I am going to turn it on and test it to make sure the screen is fully functional before putting all the parts back together. And we're going to take a look right now. The computer boots up, no screen problems at all. And we'll give it a few moments to just to make sure that the screen is working fine. And you'll notice the screen works. It certainly looks a lot better. I haven't seen this view in a while. There are no vertical lines, any of that. And I'm happy. So we're gonna go ahead and shut down the computer again. It's a very nice screen. Actually, much nicer than my old one. I'm gonna shut down. And here comes the easy part. All you gotta do is reverse instruction. So we're gonna take these 4 screws for the screen. We're gonna put them down here, and we're gonna screw them all back where they went. Now this tutorial has shown that there are only 4 screws total, which makes this repair quite easy. Screws are a little hard to put in because of my camera placement. I'm going to start over here. Yeah. There's one. There's 2. This last screw is kind of giving me a tough time. Yeah, I probably should have done this earlier. I would just put it flat so that you don't have to worry about the screw falling. There we go. Okay, it's all in there, and I think we're going to take off the protective film. Ooh, that is satisfying. All right, well that's a new screen installed. Now we're just gonna put in the frame, and it's a very easy process. You wanna start at this corner right here and just seat it right there and press it in. Just firmly pull up like a Ziploc bag, go across, so. Pressing in all the pins. You'll hear audible clicks and a tactile feedback to make sure you've seated it there. And then just run your finger along the top to make sure that everything is seated. For the bottom, just run your thumb like this and then close the laptop. And to finish, run your finger along there to seat the bottom. And go over one last time, make sure everything's seated. It looks like the bottom has a few more pins left. There's one right there. And we're done. That is a screen replacement for the Acer Nitro 5, the AN51 5-51. Again, thank you to Laptop Screens for providing this. And yeah, we've got a really, really nice screen. It's, well, it works. We'll call it that. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.